This is the Family School Lesson 4 overview for Genesis chapters 11 through 12, talking about the Tower of Babel and introducing Abraham. So just a quick note to parents, just thinking about all of you and wanting to just encourage you to enjoy these chapters yourselves, first of all, before, jumping into them with your kids. They'll see that you've had time to process them and apply it to your own life. And it'll just be, that much more meaningful for them to see your love for the Word as you are spending time talking to them about God and His Word. But at the same time, it's so easy for us to find excuses and also just feel kind of inadequate sometimes when we think about trying to shepherd our kids. And so as an encouragement to you as well, if you haven't spent time with the Lord this week, but it's on your heart to want to spend this time with your kids, do it together and just trust the Lord to minister to your heart while you're loving them this way. Just talking about the hooks for the week. There's some neat opportunities just to kind of put yourselves in Abraham's shoes, talk about, what it must have been like for him to obey God's command, taking his family and everything and going into the unknown, and talking about obedience not being convenient most of the time. There's also opportunities to talk about where the nations, the origination of, all the nations and languages came from at the Tower of Babel. There's one activity that's, just depending on how old your kids are, it could just be for them to practice writing their name. But if they're older, then, decorating something if they like to do that with their name on it. But then having the chance to talk about the contrast and how kind of the connection between the Tower of Babel and Abraham, where with the Tower of Babel, the people were seeking to make a great name for themselves. But with Abraham, he obeyed the Lord and God promised to make him a great name. Then let's see, there's another instruction following activity. So if your kids last week didn't do very well with the opportunity to follow instructions with that one activity, they can try again and maybe do better this time. And then there's some neat hooks there that also just give you a chance to talk about the gospel. And let's see, for the younger kids, again, just, some of them seem like they're not maybe very spiritual, but I'm just wanting to, again, encourage you to make the most of the time to just play with your kids and interact with them. Maybe it feels kind of awkward trying to bring in spiritual connections to these times, but they're just such a great time to ask questions and introduce the lesson. And the more you do it, the more natural it will be. Let's see, and then there's some crafts for kids who like that too. One thing on that, we may not necessarily always be interested in the same things our kids are, so have courage. And if you know that your kids enjoy something that maybe isn't your favorite activity, maybe try doing something that they're going to really enjoy, just, to be a blessing to them. But let's see then, for the book, just highlighting a couple things that are covered in the lesson this week, talking about that God knows what's best for us, obeying even if we don't know exactly how it's going to work out, talking about partial obedience and half-truths, pride, that God always keeps his promises, including sending the Messiah. And then there's a couple songs, new songs in the lesson this week, and the new memory verse song. The memory verse is Genesis 12:2. I will make you into a great nation and I will bless you. That's what God said to Abram in Genesis 12:2. That's the song. Then there's a really neat Genesis review song. And just so you guys know, in those emails I'm sending you, if there are new songs, Lynn will always record it for you so you can listen to how it goes. So there's a neat Genesis review song that she recorded for you that is just real short, and it kind of helps the kids remember what's in the book of Genesis. And then there's a last one. I'm not sure if Lynn has recorded this one yet. When she does, I'll send it to you guys. But it's just a really cute one for little kids about obedience. Abram obeyed. God helps me obey, to the tune of Farmer in the Dell. And I think the worksheets are pretty self-explanatory. So hope you guys have a great week with your kids. Bye.